I think it was a mixed speech. On the one hand, it was high on entertainment value. On the other, this was a speech in theory about unity, but with more themes touching on what divides us. So I don't think this is going to pave a path forward either for the United States internally or for our relations with the world.
Let's look at just internally very quickly. The funding that allowed this speech to go ahead, so the funding for the government that allowed this speech to go ahead, it will expire on February the 15th. Do you think that after that we may end up seeing another government shutdown? Donald Trump didn't seem to back down on his idea for a southern border wall, did he, in his speech?
He didn't, though interestingly, he didn't mention at all the shutdown, which I think was a real oversight on the part of the White House. You have hundreds of thousands of federal workers who have both suffered from 35 days without a paycheck and are facing the possibility of going for another extended period of time without one. And the fact the president didn't even mention that situation, I think, speaks to his weakness on that argument. And there aren't many on either side of the political aisle on Capitol Hill that want to go back down that path.
Let's look now at the international side of things. This second summit with Kim Jong-un. Now, last week, US intelligence chiefs were saying they do not think that North Korea is going to give up its nuclear weapons. So has there been enough progress ahead of this second summit? Do you think anything can actually get done?
I fear we are just going to have a rerun of the reality show that took place in Singapore. It will be a spectacle. There will be a lot of superficial niceties that will be exchanged between Kim Jong-un and President Trump. But at the end of the day, I think it actually does more damage to the possibility of trying to denuclearize the North Korean arsenal, because there is a lot being given to Pyongyang with very little expected in return.
And what do you make of his tone regarding trade policy, particularly with sort of getting on with Chinese Premier Xi Jinping?
This is perhaps one of those bright spots, and I think President Trump is searching for a win on the world stage. He's given indications in the last few days that negotiations with Beijing are going well, and he needs a deal.
Oh, sorry, Mr. Bruen, I think we cut you off there. Just do finish, sorry.
No, I was just saying, I think President Trump desperately needs a deal, and sealing one with China would be a welcome gift at this time when the president is trying to show that he can build deals as well as bulldoze them.
All right, thank you very much. Great to get your analysis. Brett Bruen there, former Director of Global Engagement at the White House.